The core benefits of promote growth and increases the yield, reduces the need for chemical fertilizers and pesticides, biodiversities. So these are the core areas of agro-homeopathic researches are there, where we can modify the soil health. The agro-homeopathy on pest and disease management. They study like Silicea and Calcarea carp to strengthen, deteriorate the pest which attacks it. Right? So there is some research which has been done, so that references I have taken. It also helps in improving the plant growth and yield, what we have seen. So a meta-analysis of randomized control trials on the wheat shows the positive effect on growth and disease resistance. That has been a study done in 2021, the effects of homeopathic preparations on wheat growth and resistance to fungal pathogens. A meta-analysis of randomized control trial. The systemic approach is the concept of systemic agro-homeopathy considered the entire farm ecosystem, including soil health and its biodiversity. Practical applications. And sudden wilting of the plant. The Arnica montana for physical trauma to the plants. For example, plants are transplanting injuries during the plantations and cultivations. Thuja occidentalis are used for various fungal infections. Silicea stems and increase the resistance have been successful benefits. Right? So this is the need of our. If you want, actually, I have also conducted a research on this during my PhD part of the PhD research profile. So generally, I have seen the homeopathic medicine, which is generally works and being used for growth and development of the plant. If you see and found, there are most of the researcher will be focused in that way. Also, it has been seen the Arsenicum album, which has been given 6C potency and 30. That helps in the germination. That all basically focuses on the growth development to improve the immunity and this. My research is basically works on the viral diseases. Right? We have the farmers are facing of regarding this chili crop that has been organically cultivated, and then spray the medicines on the crops so that will be benefited. Even in the crops or in the soils, that will be sprayed. So it is more of a qualitative, so that will not harm any toxic. I will also show you. So fastly I will go through this. Aim is to see the effects of homeopathic disease medicines in viral diseases of chili, that is capsicum annum. The objective is to know the effect of Mesarium mother tincture on viral diseases, to know spraying the oil of Aza directa, that is neem oil. They are spraying to fight this viral diseases. So that's why I took it Aza directa. Calendula has a healing property, antibacterial diseases of chilies. So the idea is basically selection of this is basically on the complaints which the plant are having, right? So the flowers are that is different types of viruses which has been there. So one is it is a cool season crop, but it can be grown round the year using protected structure where temperature and relative humidity can be manipulated. And we all know it belongs to the Solanaceae family, known as the sweet pepper, bell pepper, or Simla mirch or mirch. The diseases which it has: aphids, thrips, leaf miner, mites. They are the disease, this pest which affects this. So there are that aphids that nymphs and adults suck sap from the leaf veins and younger leaves, resulting into the reduced plant growth and decrease in yield. They suck the juice out of this plant. Thrips cause upward curling of the leaves. There is a curling viruses which is there, which attacks. It also sucks sap and reduces the leaf growth, plant growth and yield and market value of the production. The leaf miner, white specks on leaves caused by flies, white flies, serpentines that affects the mites that young larvae and adults feed on the leaves. So these are the diseases: white fly, the fruit borer, root knot nematodes that affects. So these are the viral diseases actually on which I have seen the effects of this medicine. They are viral diseases transmitted through aphids and thrips, leading to upward and downward curling of the leaves with yellow spots in the middle of the leaf and fruit also. So basically what happens, they suck the juice, the leaves becomes curly, the fruits are not, and it will be damaged. So ultimately that will be transmitted through aphids only, which pests we have seen. Potato Y virus, that also transmitted through this aphids only, that resulted into the plant and fruit loss of production, low quality. Tomato spotted wilt virus, that transmitted through thrips. Tobacco mosaic virus, that is mechanically transmitted virus through hands, cloth of the farmers. Plants and fruits, loss of production, low quality. The homeopathic remedies which has been selected is Meserium. Right, the characteristics of this, there may be pustular, papular, vesicular, squamous. There is a tendency to form hard, dense crust under which there is acrid, irritating, exudate, eruptions, ulcerate and form thick stem. Basically the idea that leaves, that shows the character. So that somewhat resemble, as a director I already told that is been selected basically on the hypothesis that the farmers are using that neem oil to stop that affection. His main plot consisted of 4 levels, that is 15 days after transplanting, 14 days, whereas viral which has the they are healthy crops that will be taken into placebo. Some are affected with CME plus TMV, some affect with this curl mosaic virus or potato virus. So that is all categories is been done. Each treatment was replicated 5 times. So 5 cycles will be planned. Local hot chili seedling that is 15 days old were transplanted into polybags containing of 10 kg of sterile soil mix, topsoil, organic soil which has been taken. For viral diseases, plant treated with 1/100th ratio of mother tincture and normal government supply water after water testing. So whatever water supply is there, 1/100th ratio is being used. We have to diluted our medicine with the spray pumps. So we have mixed and then we have spread this medicine. The questions, research questions are this: does homeopathic medicines have any effect on viral diseases of plant? Does homeopathic medicines have any effect on viral diseases? Medicines effect 4, which has been accepted for this kind of research, right? So that has been ideal and standard to use a Solomon 4 study for all these agriculture studies. The data were analyzed to determine the effect of virus and vegetative growth and yield using Solomon methodology. So all the groups were formed. Group 1 Azadirachta indica. So thrives, number of plant affected 20, CLV 20, TMV 20. Number of plants after medication 15, 12 and 10. So percentage of result is in thrives it shows 75%. In CLV curl leaf virus which affects the leaves of curling, that shows 60% of result, and TMV tobacco mosaic virus that shows 50% improvement after the Azadirachta indica spray. So that Baraita carb shows more positive results. Out of 20 of thrives, that 18 is been improved, that is 90% in thrives. CLV, that is also 90% result will be got, and TMV 60%. That is same with Azadirachta. Group 3 Calendula. In this study, 20 plants were treated with shows improvement in thrives in 11 plants. So out of 20, it shows improvement in 11 plants. That is 55%. That is the result is been obtained by Calendula. CLV we have got 75%, and TMV, that is only 5 plants is been shown the results, that is 25% only. The mesarium that will be used on 20 plants, that shows thrives 13, CLV 5% and TMV 40%. So that is what we have got the results from our medicines. So we have seen the CLV, curly leaf virus, that is the main, that is curling the leaves and sucking the juice through the thrives. So all our medicine has basically shows the CL more effect on the curly leaf virus, then thrives, and then tobacco mosaic virus, right? So the importance of this study is the homeopathic is a proven science over human beings, right? And we have seen the effects over animals also. Plants are also the variety homeopathy are getting nothing because the crops are. So if homeopathic medicine shows usefulness to control and cure the disease, such it is going to be the most cost effective, as farmers are of 15 liters you have to put minimum quantity, so no fear of poisoning or ill effect to the persons who spread it over plants. एक सबसे बड़ा जो प्रॉब्लम है जो सबसे ज्यादा रिस्क उन्हीं को होता है for contamination of this, but with homeopathy there is no chance of any risk regarding this health hazards to the farmers also. It is also evolution in today's agriculture practice in India and world, and that is what the effects which I have already discussed in the tabular form, the percentage, right? Now effect on the control group, because that is very important, right? It is not like कि हमने होम्योपैथी दे दिया और उस पे तो आ गया असर, पर what about the healthy plants which is not affected, उनका क्या हुआ, या उसमें further deterioration in 18 plants of CLV, 16 plants of TMV affect 20%, right? So though they are healthy at the beginning of this study, but due to the transmission and contamination they are also affected, and they are deteriorated without any medicine, because we have just sprayed the not sprayed any homeopathic medicine. So that is how the 100 plants were selected in same form. The rows were being selected of 10 plants each, 2 rows of all these medicines, and then one is the control group, that is in the last, so that it will not affect, right? So it will be in the last 5th row. So that is how this study has been done, and the finding effect on all these viral diseases. It has shown the maximum growth, flowering and overall yield of capsicum plants. The Azadirachta indica had shown its effect, this curly leaf virus. So that is what the findings of homeopathy. right? So it is not like that it contains alcohol or you have, because we have much more diluted. So it is not just the alcohol. In one pump we have utilized very few tablets of Baraita biochemics, that is in the 6 potencies. So the quantity is very minimal, right? Though it shows a very good effects. And initially we thought that azadirachta is going to be show more effect as it has been utilized as a neem oil, right? But it shows less compared to Baraita. So Baraita comes out as a leader in controlling all virus diseases.
सर
So
कितना
the-
frequently spray कर रहे थे आप?
The study is going on. So the conclusion of the study is homeopathic medicines are very effective to control viral diseases of capsicum venom. So the result is been shown. The references, actually the photos were not there in this. Otherwise I have all the photographs also to how medicines are used for the yielding of the good quality of grapes. In UPS the farmers or many farmers are using for the high yield and the bigger stems of this sugar cane, right? So they are heavy in weight and the juice, so they have a more positive, right? So that is also very effective. And many other things also, it is researches has shown soranum has a very good effect on growth and development of calendula plant. Arsenic has very good in germination properties. So we have to think it needs to more researches. As I mentioned, Dr. Kavishwar, which was there, he is not no more. He has prepared repertory and materia medica also, which can help, right? So that is a good scope of homeopathy in recent times, and we as a pharmacist we can do some researches in that respect, not only just the growth and development, because most 90% researchers, 80 to 90% is more focused in that area, right? So we have to deal with disease conditions, and we have shown that the homeopathy shows the results. It is not like that it is not controlling, right? They are also living, they also have vital force. Only the thing is they cannot tell or narrate their symptoms. We have to observe and we have to decide, right? Coming to the next area, that is veterinary and homeopathy, right? This agro homeopathy has been included in, I think, PG syllabus also. The field visit of agriculture university or kind tie-ups has been required in PG also nowadays, in new curriculum, I think, right? So that has been introduced in the PG pharmacy also. Now, coming to veterinary homeopathy, the use of homeopathy in animals, that is also been practiced by so many good physicians in cities and to treat the dogs and pets and cows and many animals, right? And the homeopathy shows the effectiveness. Compared to plant in animals, at least we can observe more proper symptoms, right, as compared to the plants. So research in veterinary homeopathy. Why use laboratory animals, right? So essential in experimental pharmacology and biomedical research, organ systems show significant similarity with the humans, right? There are similarity, that's why the allopathists are using this animal models more. Enable study of disease and testing of new drugs before human trials, right? So if we want to go for human trials, the new drugs, right? So at least we can go for this animal study first, so that we can aware of its effects, its safety profiles, its toxicological doses, so that we can plan the human trials more effectively, right? Before starting a study, consult lab animal veterinarians for appropriate models, right? The only thing is we required a veterinary physicians, and also in this we cannot do very commonly the animal study. We required so many permissions, right, and a proper lab so that we can conduct. We have to collaborate. We have to tie up with this laboratories which has animal houses, basically found in pharmacy colleges or this. So we can tie up, sign our MOUs, and we can plan and conduct, right? But the prior approval must be needed, and there should be in supervision of some veterinary physicians. Review literature and connect with colleagues to identify existing research and animal sources. That studies should be done before starting any trial in animals. The commonly used laboratory animals and their applications. What are the commonly used? We all know rats are very common because the rats are one of the most widely used animals in researches. Their versatility makes them suitable for a broad range of studies. The use of rats is generally done in experimental uses of pharmacological, that is used for psychopharmacological studies, analyzing anticonvulsion effects of the drug, and conducting both acute and chronic toxicity tests, right? So toxicity, how much the lethal dose and that toxicity of any drug will be studied, and that will be documented. The physiological functioning, ideal for studying the oestrus cycle, mating behavior, and the lactations. That is also very helpful. If you want to conduct such kind of studies, go for the rats. It will. The New Zealand white strain, which is popular, this particular thing has been selected. Experimental uses, it has been used. The rabbit studies are basically ophthalmological. They show very beautifully the pupillary reactions in their pupils, or mydriatic effects, that is pupil dilating effects, that is of staphysagria. So that can be studied. So all ophthalmic related studies we can more do in the rabbits. Metabolic studies, like they are often used in researches on the liver and lipid profiles. Animal models are instrumental in investigating a wide array of physiological and pathological processes. Central nervous system studies to be done. Research in this area focuses on understanding how drugs and diseases affects the brain and nervous systems. That can be done. This includes testing the substance that may act as a CNS stimulant and depressant. The rotor-rod apparatus, this device is used to assess motor coordination and balance in rodents. Right? That rotor-rod apparatus that help us to assessment of their motor coordination functions in this rodents and balancing functions. Of drugs on neurological of this is right? Our most of the remedies have anti-inflammatory area. Plethysmography. This technique measures the changes in the volume of body parts by the swelling. A simple apparatus containing mercury can be used. As the inflamed paw is dipped, it displaces the mercury, allowing for a precise measurement of the swelling. The carrageenan induced paw edema, right? So this is a standard method where carrageenan, a substance derived from seaweed, it is derived from a seaweed that has been introduced in the frogs or rats that has been injected to produce this inflammatory and our medicines. Then organ specific researches are also done, like liver and lipid profile. Studied, investigate liver functions and how different factors affect lipid metabolism and enzyme levels. Urinary system research is conducted on the formation of stones, invasive effects, antihistaminic effects, or anti-diabetic effects, or the anti-hypertensive effect, or analgesic effect. That will be studied, right? In that terms, are also researches are done, and that have shown promising effects, right? In my college, I have under one intern done this, responded very well, to analgesic effect of aconite. Means any pain related problems, whatever patient came with a pain, we used to prescribe aconite and see its effect with these scales, right? The VAS scales is been used, so the parameters has been fixed and then it will be analyzed. So these are the organs which are specifically used for research in animals for seeing this particular disease trends. So that is veterinary. One more challenging thing which we have done in our GHMC under one of my intern, that is when there is an epidemic of lumpy disease. You all have heard the lumpy virus that has caused so many deaths in the cattle, cows and buffaloes and this. So that time we have taken and we have used homeopathy for this lumpy virus diseases, and that also shows a very good results. There are many remedies like Merck salt, right? So that is there. That also I have. If you want, I can show that also. So that Merck, calendula and other medicines have shown effective way, but in that also we have found that using Merck as alone, along with Merck, if we use calendula also for this wound healing and all the tumors which has been formed, right? So that shows very good effect. That saves many cattle, right? Milk, right? So they have also started their own veterinary this homeopathic productions for all the cows and buffaloes, because Amul is using so many homeopathic patents and medicine. They are preparing patents more commonly, but they are using and they are getting very effective results. So these are the areas which we can work at our college and institution level. So instead of just treating the humans, we can give medicines to the animals under my guidance by one of the intern, and she is now doing his PG, and she also presented the poster Institute BH Dave, and she got a prize for that. So that is very good research under this in treating relief for the good homeopathy in veterinary science. And so that is done. If some
What is the potency and
that I will show you.
How to select this medicine?
The syphilitic, because it is a syphilitic miasm, that is been analyzed. Distribution of prescribed medicine, Merxol in 127 cases. The miasms distribution, that is Sora miasm, that is also been studied कि उसको ज़्यादा psychotic affections हो रहे हैं, ज़्यादा tumors form हो रहे हैं, या ज़्यादा ulcerations हो रहे हैं, या just a beginning of the disease is there. So that is also analyzed. Mixed miasmatic, syphilitic 17%, psychotic 25%. Effect of this, the mortality, effect of combined medicines that we have done Merck salt with calendula, that is 22.6 cure, 71% is recovered, and zero mortality. That is what has been shown. With Vipera and calendula combined, 57.14% is cure, 42.85% withdraw. This might be they are not improving or this, and zero mortality is there. Belladonna and Merxol, that is 75% cured, 17% recovered, 7% mortality is there. So the group which has been given this combination, there is mortality is there. So overall outcome is 40% cure, 48% recovered, 7% is withdrawn from the study, and mortality is 5.42%. So that is the observations and results. So treated Merxol who had eruptions and lump on the body, mostly second stage of miasma, means psychotic stage, and lump is hard. So and when there is a ulcer, had dirty whitish yellowish discharge with foul smell, and sometimes maggots were seen. In that cases, Merck were given, right? Syphilitic stage. Along with calendula spray was given for the rapid healing of ulcer and prevention of maggots formation. Externally, we have used this spray. Sometimes oral were also given in 56%. So this is, so that research are the results that will be. So the study found that Merck Sol was most effective in stage 2 and stage 3 of lumpy disease, while belladonna worked best in early stages. Right? It is not one drug which has been effective. For early stage, is more, Vipera shows good results. The result aligned with Hahnemann's miasmatic theory, psoriasis, syphilis contribute to different stages of lumpy diseases. We tried to have, so we try to distribute this so that the proper justification will be done. So the high cure and recovery rates demonstrate homeopathy's potential as complementary veterinary treatment, particularly in epidemic conditions. Right? So that is done. Right? So that is just to show you the effectiveness. Right? So such epidemics we can deal with homeopathy with confidence. It is not we have to just we have the simple approach what homeopathy teaches us of the symptom similarity, and this on that basis some miasmatic we can use and we can select, and that will show the results, right? So back to the presentations that we have seen, organ-specific research. Now I have taken the importance of the new advancement which has been added, right, through central sector scheme of the government. Right, the pharmacovigilance came to India in allopathic, that is in 2003-2004 in the modern medicine. Though it was being practiced, there are thalassemia tragedy where the children have given medicine and they have congenital defects, and they are reported so many ADRs in past also, in so many years in 90s, and so there is a need to have this in allopathic system that has been done in 2003-4 in India. But later on, though we say that our medicine does not have side effects and it is very safe and it is genuine, but so many studies shows that it has a problem. If not, we have to be aware. Even our stalwarts also documented in our Materia Medicas and everywhere in philosophy books regarding this, right? Though we have not termed it as a side effect, right? But if our medicine has effect, it may cause, if given wrongly or not justifiable, then it may produce some other effects also. And that is also been observed and documented by Kent itself. In his observations, you will find the killer's aggravations and all, right, which resulted into death. So they have also observed, and that's why they have given a 12 observation of after prescribing the medicines, which is good, which is bad, and how you have to deal with it, right? So that is there. Second thing which is very important regarding mother tinctures and all, that we will discuss later. First have some insights in this. The definitions and importance of pharmacovigilance is the science of detecting, assessing and preventing adverse effect from the medicines, right? So detection, assessment and prevention, that is all the criteria of to judge these ADRs. Is crucial for ensuring patient safety, maintaining public trust and building a credible evidence base on the safety of homeopathic remedies, right? To make our system more scientific, more safe, that is the and challenges of types of ideas that we should give the students. Allergic, idiosyncratic, drug related, what actually it is. So they can identify when they go into the hospital clinical learning, right? And they can be judged where are the medications of this. That's why it has been in first year, hope so it has been put proper idea, and that is why that is been given, right? So this official program, for instance, India is National Pharmacovigilance Center, the inter-tier system from throughout the India. The medical practitioners should aware about this. They learn how to identify and report these ADRs, and more importantly to document it, right, and to report it, so that after reporting and documentation, organize and to standardize the system. So the major challenge, low awareness. So awareness mandate to have a pharmacovigilance committee in the college, our hospital. So that is one member from the head of the department. If depending, one hospital superintendent should be there, right? There are questions in group also, okay, how to form this committee, what should be the criteria. It is not given any guideline. Okay, the committee should be formed, but how member, that is not been given, right? So it is basically more is relation with hospital setting. So when you are forming the committee, it should be having the mention whether the mother tinctures are homeopathic or not, right? But as we know, homeopathic mother tinctures are having a quantitative problems, and there are so many studies which is conducted, like passiflora we are using abundantly for sleeplessness, but it may cause in long term, it may cause sedative effects and other after effects. Same with many other. I have seen the physicians, क्या रे स्टोन है, renal stone है, तो 10-20 ड्रॉप से कुछ नहीं होता. 60 to 80 drops should be given 3 times, 4 times. So वो तो तोड़ के निकाल ही देगा. Berberries and this. So there is no such standardization, right? And for diabetes, we without knowing its what it is going to affect in the later potencies for it as an idea. So patient telephone numbers of the national detections. More importantly, medication errors. आपने medicine सही लिखा है. You have I have seen the prescription to learn. Sometimes it is if you have more revisions and transparencies. The is there, so we have to analyze, we have to see, and we can have which medicines are, which are the dose we should not use, or how much the standardization of the doses. That is very important. Validates and right the possibilities of methods, which is this. Ready for this? Ready for this? That is right. Yourself potentization. So one group will be नहीं on place. आगे वाली में आपको और घूमना ही है.
So we can make in a row like this, no? Is it okay?
You can.
That will be fine.
आप इधर आ जाइए, थोड़े जो बीच वाले हैं वो पीछे चले जाइए. You will get something. Individually think, and then you,
he came to my college once.
Share amongst yours. From each group will बहुत अच्छा है. Then we have pair. So this is group 1.
ये सारे हैं. I have that book.
Chin Matre, Professor, LHIRC, Bhandu, Mehsana.
From group 1, sir is going to.
Effects of that party.
One is it can provide objective parameter for standardization, which is most important. And second is it can show biological activity.
Yeah, this is Dr. Aisha. I told already. So I'm directly coming into that portion, how it is supporting the nanotechnology, how it is supporting the concept. As sir already said, it is breaking down into the least particle, and the dilution is crossing 10 to the power of minus 23. Hence we can't, till now we have not done it. Till the IIT Bombay put it in the limelight, and I know one author, one speaker who is coming, Dr. E.S. Rajendranan. When I was doing my PG, he came to my college, NIH. So at that time we got to know that the book, I wrote a book review on his book, and there he has shown plant kingdom, mineral kingdom, both. The mineral kingdom, IIT Bombay chose, and they showed that they have certain till 6C, till 30C in E.S. Rajendranan book. But for plant kingdom, it has not been gone. And why none of us are going toward that research? Because we don't have facilities. The microscope is not compound. It is done with collaboration with some other lab. So we don't have that. If we have that, so I would have chosen it to work on it, because we don't have facilities. So that support is still going on, and the concept is still to be laid on.
One more group, last group.
At that time only they appreciate it. तो ऐसे टॉपिक चल रहा था, बीच में ट्रेंड आया था, हल्दी को पानी में डाल के नीचे से वो
Flashlight on.
फ्लैशलाइट ऑन. So what we did, I made this at that time नहीं देखा. फिर i20 वालों ने सॉरी आईफोन वालों के फ्लैशलाइट प्रोटॉन इलेक्ट्रॉन को भी करवाया था पूरे से टेबल पे रख के उसका एक वीडियो किया था. दिस कुड बी अ गुड ऑप्शन फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स टू अप्रिशिएट, क्योंकि हमारे अभी के ये जनरेशन ना, हमने बताया और उन्होंने मान लिया, ऐसे नहीं होता है. उनको हमें आंखों देखा हाल बताना पड़ता है. सो एट दैट टाइम ये नानो सेम का कंसेप्ट यही दिखाना था, but I use that trend only.
मुझे लगा आप कुछ So how you will get it? It is just 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. आप लोग थोड़ा था, ये नया था, so we have given some more time. But something, ये कहाँ पे effective होता है? जब if you taking a lecture and you see all our students going into a sleep. So then you have to just stop and you can give this 8-10 minute activity. That will again create the enthusiasm and that sharing, and how we can get all that madam's idea, yeah, sir's idea, yeah, this will help by thinking, sharing, and to motivate. This create interest, and that motivates student for thinking and the habit of sharing the knowledge, which is very, very much lacking. So if you like, we can go for some other activity or learning method. It is just a simple, it is not just कि हाँ आपको ये topic पे बुलाना है या आपको, it is just to learn these methods, because what I feel when I taught this during CBDC and all, I got nothing, right? कि how we can do, then somehow I learned with some colleagues and all others, and then I have think that is important. And more importantly, with the talk with the madam, okay, I want to have some activity if you have to allow. So then I have prepared last day itself, so that we have some knowledge regarding how to that knowledge is everyone is having. Okay, what is think, pair, share, and how, but how actually in practical we can conduct. right? That is very important. So now we go for the second teaching learning method, that is jigsaw method. That is jigsaw method. So this method overview, the learners become the expert on subtopics, right? It is little take more time taking, right? So that is expert on subtopic, teach back to peers in home groups and promotes peer learning and integrations. So first is like we will give some exercise. ये हम लोग और दूसरे चैप्टर्स में भी और अच्छे से कर सकते हैं, लाइक आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ ड्रग्स हुआ, या उसको बच्चों को कुछ प्लांट्स के पार्ट्स याद कराने हैं. सो वी विल गिव देम एक्सरसाइज इन पेपर्स की चलो आधे आपको दे दिए, आधे आपके पेपर में दे दिए, आधे आप में, आधे आप में. नाउ यू कैन शेयर एंड कंप्लीट द शीट, राइट, लाइक दिस. सो हियर लाइक 4 ग्रुप्स आर देयर, 1 2 3 4 A B C D, right? Here also we have 4 groups, and then we say the members from each group we will shuffle. After shuffling, what the idea we got regarding this topics are, so it is little different from this. It is a sharing and share thinking with the group form, and now from the group to different group, joining the different areas.
ये भी होगा, नहीं कर रहा है, ये नहीं कर सकते हैं.
So we are, ma'am, we are giving each group a one topic that you have to work for 3 to 5 minutes.
Then we will
You have to discuss, make it notes, and then we can have a shuffling, right? So everyone has to give their topics knowledge to other group. This is group 1. ठीक है, आप लोगों को इस पे वर्क करना है, and then you have to give a complete 4 topic understanding. All are different topics. Different रिसेंट एडवांसेस में सर ज्यादा उतना नहीं है. आपके जो दूसरे टॉपिक्स हैं, आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ ड्रग्स हैं, व्हीकल्स हैं, और दूसरे टॉपिक्स हैं, so we can do more proper.
नहीं, ये स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी है. नहीं, ये वो नहीं, एनएमआर स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी है, क्रोमेटोग्राफी.
ये आपको शफल होना है सर.
पीजी में पढ़ाते हैं.
हाँ, आपके मेंबर्स दूसरे ग्रुप में जाने वाले हैं, ठीक है. इट इज 8 members are there, right? So all have to understand this. नहीं, you just write down the topics what you have got, right? And then finally we sum up after 5 minutes.
स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन ऑफ मेडिसिन को मतलब वो पेपर पे उसके 2-3 तरह के
अभी आपके पास सिर्फ आपके एक ग्रुप के पास जो मेथड आई है उसी का नॉलेज, राइट?
आपका नहीं चल रहा होगा, नहीं चल रहा, मेरा भी नहीं कुछ.
आप जैसा भी चाहे. एट लास्ट आई एम गोइंग टू शफल द ग्रुप्स. 2-2 अलग अलग सभी ग्रुप का एक ग्रुप बनेगा. 2 members, 2 8 है ना? हाँ, 8 है. हाँ. Have you done? Have you done? So we can shuffle.
जिसका नेट मिल सकता है.
You have only one thing or one method. Now we can shuffle and we can have understanding of all other methods. So all members of each group have the
इमेज मिलता है.
what he has got. You can write on your pads the topics what you have thinking. Now we can shuffle. Now we can shuffle. 2 members from each group. Group A 2 members. Group B 2 members. Group C 2 members and Group D 2 members.
नहीं वो हमारा
Will come and form a new group. You have to move. You have to move to understand. So each group has a complete understanding of all the 4 topics which has been given. सफल करना है आपको.
खुद हो जाए या फिर मैं ऐसे रैंडमली मेरे पास ना
नहीं ग्रुप्स तो दिए हैं, टास्क दिया है. नाउ दैट इज जिग्सॉ पैटर्न वी आर लर्निंग. Two members, you can sit, come forward. Some will go, and then you can sum up different task which is given to you. You have to sum up as a whole.
वो एनर्जी से ना वो एक्टिवेट हो जाता है जब उनको.
आपके 4 ग्रुप के नए 4 ग्रुप होना चाहिए. Each group members will comprise the group.
आपके ग्रुप में से कौन आएगा? सर आ जाइए.
सर आप दो लोग पीछे चले जाए ग्रुप टीम में. आप लोग इधर आ जाए. मैडम आप 2 इधर आ जाइए.
थोड़ा थोड़ा कर दीजिए.
इसमें
से 2 आप आ जाओ.
will go to the group 4.
ये इनके साथ चले जाएंगे. ये ग्रुप के
You
साथ
have to know your topic, whatever is given.
पीछे चले जाइए.
खाना खाना है आपको.
सर आप इधर आ जाओ.
So do it little fast so that it is complete. Thing will be done. But we can do with sources and all.
सर राजू सर आप इधर आ
आपके पास सभी के मेंबर्स आ गए. आपके पास आ गए सभी ग्रुप के मेंबर्स. Group has collected all 4 methods. You can reward in classroom.
One is CME quality control updates, nanoparticle and potentization.
So, right. So that is how this jigsaw method will work. Right? That activity means you have to plan according to your topic. Right? Whatever topic you are teaching, you can plan in that way so that you can utilize it. So it will give the students a thinking to think over, to club the different activities, right? So it will motivate them, and that create the thing to read, and then you have to come, right? So for any class you can give the task as a homework or thing, and then they have to come. So in class apply knowledge with cases and problems. And teacher should facilitate, not sole lecture, right? Some time will be devoted for this. So example like short video on modern QC methods you have to show, and then in class case study you have to work there a test, a drug with a batch will fail the assay test. So which modern tools help to diagnose this problem? So like all the methods we have learned, and now I can show you ki some task I have to study the nanoparticle studies of any drug, right? Or other way I just want to study the molecular binding of any particular drug. So which method is more useful? So I have to show all the methods to you. Ligand of molecules and the protein receptors. Which method we have studied? आज ही पढ़ा है सर, जो आज पढ़ाया है उसी में
दो बार कुछ काम है हमको भी, लेकिन वो फोन नहीं उठाया ऑफिस में मुनीर अहमद सर के साथ.
Yes. One is, it is just to have this practical how we can do this. Now the mnemonic challenge. There are certain apps, class point and this, वो मैं नहीं कर पाया. There are applications which you can directly tell and give them join the, and there will be a poll and that okay who will give the first answer, who will create. So mnemonic making challenge. This method overview use of memory aids, right? Memory aids, mnemonics, acronyms, visualizations. You have to prepare certain things like learning strategy using acronyms, rhymes, or creative phrases you can prepare for anything. Student create mnemonics for complex lists. Gamified, that is teams compete for the best mnemonics. Duration is 20 and 30. Like 4 groups are there. So we can give something. You have to prepare the mnemonic. Right? Understood? कि कोई आपको ज़्यादा है तो उसके केच है, एनाटॉमी में जैसे यूज करते थे to remember the bones, right? So like this phrases and that helps, and that you can inculcate the creativity in the students, right? So like GMP principle, learner create mnemonics DOPS, like documentation, organization, validation, equipment and safety. So short form is DOPS. So that is how we can create and to have a competitiveness ki who will prepare best, we can reward, or we can have like competitiveness ki okay this is the topic, how you can remember, prepare the mnemonics or some rhymes or phrases, and student will enjoy this. वो पूरा एक लेक्चर बैठ के पढ़ने से कभी कभी ऐसे कुछ some classes we have this think pair share activity, some classes we have jigsaws, some classes we have flipped classrooms or this mnemonic making challenge, right? So this is ultimately help to encourage the creativity in the student and retention. So that is the challenge for 4 groups. Like by using space by using following words, right? So in 1 minute you have to prepare.
Be safe.
Yeah, आपका और कुछ भी बना सकते हो आप, हाँ? Signal detection, analysis of data, feedback and reporting, and the evaluation of outcome. जैसे एक हमने अभी प्रेजेंटेशन में देखा था एनकोवा. What is एनकोवा? एनाकोवा analysis of code. So that is mnemonic making. You can have very senior, so they already doing this. Most of the things for ideas and that we are already doing, but the naming is not done. right? So that is why I took this up as per CBDC, and now QCI is going to happen soon again. So again QCI will ask for you all the documented in the mnemonic challenge will create a fun, will think, they will prepare, and that creativity mnemonic challenges. Thank you. So this is my email ID and phone number if anyone